The warrant is digital. It was sent online. So, as to the existence of a warrant, the warrant is existing. It was coursed through to the proper channels. It was informed. The government was properly informed. So, by being a member of the International Criminal Police Organization or the Interpol, we are duty-bound to implement and effect the warrant.
And I think si Attorney Bongalon can also answer this, and also other congressman pwede rin po. Sabi kasi ni Attorney Panelo, illegal yung pagkakadetain kay former President Duterte. Di ba kahapon ang tagal din bago po siya naibiyahe. Kasi wala naman daw warrant from any Philippine court, at yung authority ng ICC should not be recognized dahil nga hindi na tayo member. Any thoughts po?
Okay. So, well, on that aspect, again, we have to remember that the effectivity of the withdrawal of the Philippine government under the Rome Statute took effect last March of 2019. But the case was filed prior to its withdrawal. In other words, the International Criminal Court has already acquired jurisdiction over it. The investigation has already started, and the issuance of the warrant is legal and valid pursuant to the international rules. So, having said that, the issuance of the warrant was of course issued, and it was coordinated with the Interpol, of which wherein the Philippine government is a party. And being a party, we have the obligation and we are duty-bound to have this warrant of arrest be implemented. And that is why the warrant, as issued hours before the arrival of former President Duterte in the Philippines, in other words, natanggap na po ng gobyerno yung tinatawag na warrant of arrest. And wala tayong magagawa but to implement and effect the warrant. So, yung sinasabi naman na illegal arrest or detention, I would like to inform Attorney Panelo of the provisions under the Rules of Court, which states that, basahin natin. Sinasabi is that when making an arrest by virtue of a warrant, the arresting officer must inform the person to be arrested of the cause of the arrest and the fact that a warrant has been issued. Ibig sabihin, the officer is not required to have the warrant in their possession at the time of the arrest. And sinasabi pa po dito, and if the person arrested requests to see the warrant, it must be shown to them as soon as practicable. These rules or particular rule under the Rules of Court was, of course, upheld and reiterated in a jurisprudence case decided by the Supreme Court, wherein the Supreme Court emphasized that the constitutional requirement to inform the person of the reason for the arrest and the exercise and existence of a warrant must be observed. However, the physical presentation of the warrant can be deferred if circumstances make it impractical at the time of the arrest. We have to be clear on this. A warrant has already been issued. The warrant is digital. It was sent online. So, as to the existence of a warrant, the warrant is existing. It was coursed through to the proper channels. It was informed. The government was properly informed. So, by being a member of the International Criminal Police Organization or the Interpol, we are duty-bound to implement and effect the warrant.
If I may add, no, I think the jurisdiction of the ICC, despite our withdrawal from the Rome Statute, has been affirmed already by the Supreme Court, especially in the ruling in Pangilinan versus Cayetano. No? Sinabi na despite our withdrawal, our obligations remain, especially for cases that has been initiated before the withdrawal took effect in 2019. And that includes this. The cases filed at the ICC against the former president. I think what many are doing, especially on the Duterte camp now, are trying to confuse the people with all these technicalities. When what happened yesterday was fair, Nakita naman natin, nandun yung warrant, was served, binasa yung Miranda rights, and then he was taken in custody, and then proper medical attention was given, and then the country is duty bound to deliver him to the Interpol, who in turn will deliver the former president to the Hague. I think everything subscribes to the provisions of the rules of the ICC as well as the Rome Statute, and I don't think there's any reason to believe that there was invalidity or that the arrest was illegal.
Nagpapapansin lang.
Sorry, ihabol ko na rin yung isang tanong po ni Ate Kathleen Forbes. Sabi ni SP Cheese, dun sa kanyang statement about this issue, I also call on those running in the midterm elections to refrain from using this issue to fan the flames of partisanship in order to further their candidacies, as this is a serious issue that involves lives and should not be trifled with for petty personal or political gain. Do you share the same call po?
For once, no, I would agree with the Senate President. Hindi po ito usapin ng tungkol sa kay President Duterte, hindi ito usapin ng kampo ng mga Duterte versus kanino. Ito po yung usapin ng krimen na nagawa, di ba? Extrajudicial killings will always be illegal. It will always be against the law. Hindi naman pwedeng ang fight against drug, kailangan na mamili kung it cannot be a choice between justice and mercy. We have to apply the rule of law. And in this case, we cannot allow personalities to define the narrative, whether it's pro or against. Dapat, kaya ako paulit-ulit, dapat ang atensyon natin nandun sa mga biktima. Sila po dapat ang binibigyan natin ng pansin. Kung sino man ang kailangang managot sa pagpatay sa mga taong ito, sa mga biktima ng AJK, kailangan managot. Ano man ang naging posisyon niya sa gobyerno natin.
Susundan ko yung sinabi ni Kong Jude, no? Nag-agree talaga tayo dyan. Kasi nga, nung ito ay mga kasong nahain, wala pa po kami lahat dito sa 19th Congress. Nasa kanya-kanyang mga buhay pa kami noon. Ako, konsehal, si Kong Jude, nandito, pero not as a congressman. Si Jill has been working in the province and practicing law. So, wala talagang, yung desisyon na to, sabi ko nga, 7 years. Wala pa kami lahat dito. So, talagang, parang kailangan nilang tignan maigi. Mahirap kasi pag pag gusto mo pabor lahat sa'yo. Hindi pwedeng pabor lahat sa'yo. Dapat accountable ka for your actions. Hindi naman pwedeng maghari-harian ka na lang habang buhay. Kasi sabi ko nga, hindi natutulog ang hustisya. Bilog ang bola.
Yes, I totally agree. Statement of Senator Chisa Escudero, not because he is my fellow kababayan, a Bicolano lawmaker, but also being a leader of the Senate and as a national figure, we want to ask or request to our fellow Filipinos na wag gawing itong issue politika. It's not about politics. It's not about two families who are quarreling. It's about justice. It's about vindication to the victims of EJK. So, malayong-malayo po na mahaluan ito ng issue politika sapagkat ang mithiin natin dito ay mabigyan ng hustisya yung mga biktima ng extrajudicial killings na kawawa and until now seeking justice for so many years because of the bloody implementation of war on drugs. So, huwag gawing sanang issue political. At wag din ka kumbaga wag nang i-sensationalize not just because a former president was arrested. It's not about him, it's about the victims of the EJKs.
Pero madagdag ko lang this is not to downplay the role that even the Quadcom has played ito sasabihin ko na lang na alam naman natin na dahil sa mga nangyaring investigasyon din nagkaroon ng mas klarong pananaw ang taong bayan tungkol sa totoong nangyari nung panahon ng Duterte administration. And I think credit has to be given to where credit is due, diba? But I think rather than claiming credit, the members of the Quadcom are rather happy to know that the people have yung ginawa nating investigasyon ay umabot na sa puntong pumapabor sa tao, pumapabor sa katarungan at katotohanan yung ginawa nating pagdinig.